Hey everyone, Knowledge here with Reach Your Summit. Thanks for joining me. Received a lot of interest lately in bike packing specific videos. And one of the questions that I got a lot was how I like to pack all of my backpacking gear into this for bike packing trips. Now, bike packing is a great way to cover ground a lot quicker. Adds a little more excitement to those less than thrilling road walks that you might encounter during a backpacking trip. And it brings new perspective to familiar places. Now, I'm a backpacker and a thru hiker at heart, but I do enjoy cycling too. So bike packing is a great way of blending those two activities together to get out and enjoy a different type of adventure. So in this video, I'm going to take all of my gear that I have inside of this backpack and we're going to pack it into my bike packing bags. So let's get right into it. The pack that I have here is my custom-made 35-liter Superior Wilderness Designs Superior. This is my frameless hip beltless pack made out of Dyneema composite fabric. And I have everything loaded in here if I were to do a couple of nights out. So 3-day, 2-night trip. And let's get into the bike. For my bike packing setup, this is the Salsa Journeyman with 650B wheels and Shimano Sora components. And then I have the Revelate Designs Spine Lock bag. This is a 16-liter seat pack. And I have the Revelate Designs Tangle. This is the medium size bag. I believe it's around 4 to 4.5 liters. And I have the Revelate Designs Gas Tank. This is about a liter, a little more than a liter in size. And then I have an Osprey Straight Jacket bag for my handlebar bag, and this is 12 liters in size. Now when I'm packing all of my gear on my bike, I want to make sure that everything is evenly distributed. I'm going to have a lot of heavier weight in the center here, right inside of the frame, and I want to keep some lighter items over the back wheel hanging from my seat. Because I'm going to have a lot of my body weight already in this area, I don't want to make it back heavy. I'll have some slightly heavier gear in the front here over the front wheel, just so I can stabilize everything. If I'm going downhill, I don't want to have the front of the bike lift up. It'll give me a little more traction on the front wheel when I am riding. On a couple of side notes, I do prefer a hammock, so I do have a hammock system I'm going to be packing into this bike. Every now and then I will use a tent, but I just prefer hanging amongst the trees. When I'm packing everything, I will still focus on comfort. I do have a couple of additional luxury items that I will not normally bring with me on a backpacking trip. But with the bike and being able to handle the weight a little differently, I'm willing to add those into my gear list. I will still focus on lightweight, efficiency, and the comfort. So let's pack this up. All right, so we'll start by going through my top tube bag, the gas tank. And here I have an additional tube. I have my Crank Brothers multi-tool. I have some tire levers. I have a CO2 cartridge and a CO2 pump. And then usually on top of here, I could throw my chamois stick there. I know a lot of people like putting their tools in there, but you can also put snacks in there, your car keys, wallet, things like that. I like to store that in a separate spot. I like to have all of my tools easily accessible, so I have that up top there. All right, so I'll take my water bottles. I have one here. And my other one, so for my bike packing trips, I can still use my Sawyer Squeeze. This is just a 20 fluid ounce water bottle, and I have the sport cap on it, just like I would with my backpacking trips. And I take my Sawyer Squeeze water filter and screw that right onto this bottle. So that way I can manage my hydration a lot better and not have to carry an excessive amount of water while I'm out on my bike packing trips. Do have to consume a little bit more when I'm cycling than I would if I were hiking. So having a water filter is definitely something I will always bring with me on a bike packing trip. So that bottle will go right in the front here. And then my water filter, I'll put right inside of my frame bag so it's easily accessible. Inside of here, I also have a small hand pump. Just because I don't want to carry a ton of CO2 cartridges around, they can end up adding quite a bit of weight. Then inside of here, take all of my gels and my electrolyte tablets, store them in there. Take my food, a lot of my snacks for the day. Store those in there too. And then toiletries, trowel. I'm gonna store that in there too. And on the other side here, I have my maps right in that pocket. And in this pocket, I can take my wallet, put that in there. And I'll take my tarp stakes and set those in there. My headlamp, car keys can go in there. I might shove my cycling cap in there. And I'll throw my chain lube in there too. And then lastly, I will take my compass, and I'll put my compass in that pocket with the maps too. Alright, now we have the back bag here. Alright, so I have my hammock. And my hammock suspension. My tarp. My underquilt, my top quilt and pillow. And I'll close that down. Cinch everything up. And then my handlebar bag takes up the rest. So one of my luxury items for bike packing trips is the AeroPress Go. Nothing better than having a nice fresh cup of coffee in the morning. Normally for backpacking trips, I just use instant coffee, but this is a nice treat, and it weighs about 11 ounces for the whole kit. So that I'll sit right inside of here. And then I'll also have my Toaks 550 milliliter titanium cook pot and my BRS stove, which will sit in there also. And then on the other side is my Diddy bag. Then in the middle I have my extra clothes. So that's sleep clothes, extra cycling clothes, and my down jacket, the Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer. There's that jacket right here. Then I have my food koozie and a bamboo spoon. And my Ursack with an OP sack inside so I can hang all of my scented items at night. One additional luxury item for my bike trips is a towel. So a nice quick drying microfiber towel. And due to the current events at the time of this video, I also have a face mask, just in case I want to stop at a shop or get a burger or something to drink. And then my last couple of items, my InReach Mini and my hand sanitizer. So the sanitizer I'll just put inside of the bag here. That'll go in the frame bag. And the Garmin, just hook it like that right on this bag. I have my rain pants and rain jacket if I need it. Don't want to be having to dig these out. So just cinch that down around the top of my seat pack. And then my trash bag. That'll go outside of the seat pack too. So here's everything loaded up. Here's my rear light that I had adjusted on the back. And then I have my headlight here too. And there you go. This is all empty. And everything is inside of my bike bags. Now you don't need a specific gravel bike like this for bike packing. You can use any bike, mountain bike, road bike, old steel frame touring bike. You can also use panniers if you wanted to with a frame on the back. I do have mounts in the front here for additional bottle cages. I have some underneath here too if I wanted to add some. So there are a lot of options with this specific bike, but you can use any bike to go bike packing if you want to, and you just got to get creative with things a little bit. But that's how I like to take my backpacking gear and load it up on the bike for bike packing trips. I hope you found this video helpful. If you liked it, consider hitting the like button and also consider subscribing to my channel, as I'm always adding new content to it, along with all of my backpacking videos and some of the trips I have coming up, which I'll be filming. Maybe I'll get a couple of bike packing videos in there too, of some bike packing trips that I have planned. But if you have any questions on any of this gear I have in this video or anything else in my other videos, please feel free to get in touch with me. You can do so by leaving a comment down below, or you can also contact me at www.reachyoursummit.net. As always, thanks for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Ride on. I'll see you on the trail.